On this episode, I'm visiting Amoeba in Hollywood. Let's cue the music. Amoeba Music in Hollywood is the biggest record store in the world. Actually, I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a huge store, and if you live in the Southern California area and you're a record collector, you know about this spot. It is enormous. Just look at how big this place is. What's great about Amoeba is they pretty much have everything you could want. Well, I mean, not everything. I mean, I can't get an original test pressing of The Empire Strikes Back, but they have a lot. Every time I go there, there's a line outside of people selling off their collections to the record store. And what they do is they take those records, listen to them, test them, and put them up on the shelves for a pretty good price. I gotta say, some of this stuff is a little bit pricey, but you know the quality is gonna be good, you know it's been tested, and you're saving a bunch of money on the secondary market with shipping fees and all that kind of stuff. This store has a huge collection of CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, movies, and an even bigger section of vinyl. Just look at all this vinyl. But what I'm here to look at is the soundtrack section. That's right. This is where I head to straight off the bat. As you can see, they have a huge selection of soundtracks on vinyl, and they even have sections dedicated to specific composers. They even have a Godzilla section. Check out these two Waxwork records. I've already done unboxings of those if you want to check those out. And they also have a section for just James Bond music. I don't know who this lady is. Let me look through these if they have a Skyfall that isn't damaged like the one I unboxed recently. Yep. Looks like it's in good shape. What's great about Amoeba in Hollywood is all the events they do. They have live bands, in-house signings, and the reason why I was here on this trip on January 11th was to get my copy of the limited edition Glass Onion soundtrack by Nathan Johnson. These limited edition clear vinyl were mailed off to people who do record reviews, music reviews, articles, influencers. I didn't get my copy, so I decided to head up to Amoeba early in the morning and try to grab myself one. They only made 1,000, so getting my hands on one would be pretty cool. So around 9 o'clock in the morning, I drove from Anaheim to Amoeba so I can get in line in time for the store to open at 11 o'clock to get the Glass Onion limited edition record for Mondo. And what happened is that I found out from a viewer from the show that works at Amoeba, they got around 200. So I was a little bit nervous because I know how collectors can be, but I wanted this record. I had already pre-ordered mine through Mondo, the regular retail version, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. So I drove up there nice and early, got up there around 10:30, about a half hour before the store opened, and there was a very short line. I pulled into the parking structure, which, by the way, Amoeba has great parking when you head there. Just make sure you hold on to your ticket when you come in to the structure, because Amoeba does validate. So I come up the stairs, and I get into the line. There's about 10 people there, but I realize that they have opened the store early just to sell the records to make sure that people get it and not have a huge line out front, which was kind of nice. But I was a little bit anxious because I had no idea when the cutoff was going to be. And with only 200 records, who knows? There could have been a line out there hours before. So I waited in line, and on the window, Amoeba had a flyer talking about the signing with Rian Johnson and Nathan Johnson that was happening later in the day at 5 p.m. And there was kind of a lot of rules on there. No pictures, no cameras. Cameras had to be in or phones had to be in your pocket. They weren't signing the record themselves. They were signing these cards, their invitation cards, straight out of the movie. And if you want to take a look at that, you can read that. And there is the inside. And that's what they were signing. It came with a big list of rules that they weren't signing and all this stuff. So anyway, luckily I got let in and I got my copy. Here it is. The limited edition 1,000. They made 1,000 of these and I got number 909. Luckily I got there when I did because just, I would have missed out like maybe an hour later. probably be even sooner because people started filling in after I came in around 11. This set is amazing. It's completely see-through. And this is 2 LPs you're looking at. This is 2 LPs. The cover are this sort of the liner notes. 2 LPs in clear sleeves and the clear packaging. Now, as soon as I brought this home, because then what ended up happening was I wasn't going to stick around until 5 to do the signing because kind of a lot of rules and living in Anaheim, waiting in line to get it signed and then leaving Amoeba around rush hour to come back to Anaheim. I was like, you know what? I got the record. So I'm happy. So I came home and I was debating. I was like, you know what? I could probably make some decent money off of this if I sold it. So I went to eBay and I saw people selling it for like $600 signed. And the signing hadn't even happened yet. And there was all kinds of people like selling these that day, saying that it was going to be signed, even though they hadn't done the signing yet. And I decided, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to open it up. So this was in cellophane. I opened it up. I used an X-Acto knife to kind of cut down the seam here and get in here. The plate, the little sticker plate on here, the numbered plate, this right here, was affixed to the outside of the cellophane, probably so they can number it. So as soon as I cut the cellophane, this started buckling and started looking like, it started baconing, I guess you would say. And I didn't care for that. And so I decided, even though it'll probably drop in value, I don't care. I wanted this because A, it looked cool, and B, I wanted to listen to the music. So I peeled this off of the cellophane and then reaffixed it to the outside of the plastic case. And I gotta say, it matched up pretty good. And there's a little bit of bubbling, but I think over time, this bubbling right here and on the side will go away. So this is this. I'm very excited. I'm going to post pictures of it on Instagram. So be sure to follow me at Cue the Music Podcast on Instagram. And I'll post that on Twitter at Cue the Music. And I want to thank Amoeba for making it super easy to get these. It turns out that Nathan and Ryan Johnson were signing the actual records. It looks like they did not have people able to take pictures and stuff, but it looks like the event was great. I would have liked to stuck around LA for 6 hours to do that, maybe hit up another record shop or so, but I kind of just wanted to be home. And I'm glad I opened it up and listened to it. It's really, really fun. I've seen the movie 3 times now. It's my favorite movie of the year that I've seen. Yeah, I can't say enough about Glass Onion. Thank you, Mondo, for making these available to the public. And I'm glad I got my hands on one. If you're ever in the Southern California area, everybody go check out Amoeba in Hollywood. You can spend hours and hours and hours in there. So I'll catch you on the flip side. Until next time, bye.